Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Brief Life Lessons YouTube channel. Today, I want to talk about printing money and how that affects inflation, because I think that's a topic that is relevant in today's world. And I think that's something that's pretty generally well accepted, that printing money causes inflation. I think that's well accepted, but maybe not necessarily well understood. So today, I want to talk about the relationship between those two things. Just to disclose up front, I think there are several factors that influence inflation, printing money just being one of those factors. And in today's video, I just want to hone in on that single factor. I'll start off with this quote from Peter Schiff, who says, "Printing money is merely taxation in another form. Rather than robbing citizens of their money, government robs their money of its purchasing power." So what does he mean? I want to hone in on, he says, rather than robbing citizens of their money, government robs their money of its purchasing power. So let's take a look at how that works. February 2020, pre-pandemic. So hypothetically, say there's $15.5 trillion of money in supply. So that's the money that's changing hands for everyday goods. You go to the store, you buy something, you're spending money. $15.5 trillion is the total amount of money that is being used and changing hands every day. To simplify our example, I just want to assume we're a one product output society. So all we produce in our society is bananas. So say hypothetically we produce 15.5 trillion pounds of bananas. So we have $15.5 trillion, and those dollars can be used to purchase 15.5 trillion pounds of bananas. So in our first example, it's going to cost $1 per pound of bananas. April 2022, government puts $6.3 trillion of new money in the market. Stimulus, money printing. So now we have a total of $21.8 trillion in supply that are competing for goods and being used for purchasing in the everyday world. So again, to simplify things and to just look at how printing money affects inflation, we're going to still be in our one society example. We're only producing bananas and our supply is going to remain the same. We're still going to produce the same amount of bananas at 15.5 trillion pounds. So now our $21.8 trillion can purchase 15.5 trillion pounds of bananas, which is going to translate to $1.41 per pound of bananas for the everyday consumer. So that's a 41% price increase versus what it costs in February of 2020. That $1 used to buy a pound of bananas, but now that $1 only buys 0.71 pounds. So remember, Mr. Schiff said the governments are going to rob us of purchasing power. Well, our dollar used to buy a pound of bananas, but now it's only going to buy about 3/4 of a pound. So that's how our money is robbed of its purchasing power. And I think this is an interesting chart to look at to help illustrate how this could affect us in today's world. This is the M2 money supply chart from fred.stlouisfed.org. The M2 money supply is going to show us the total amount of cash, checking deposits, and easily convertible near money. So this is going to be very liquid assets that we can use to purchase goods in the market on day-to-day scenarios. As you can see, from around the beginning in 1960 to about 1975, we have just a pretty straight line growth effect. 1975 to 1990, you have a slightly more parabolic line, but still pretty flat overall. Impressively, from about 1990 to 1995 on the chart, the line goes pretty flat. And then from 1995 to about 2020, you're going to get a little bit more of a parabolic growth in the line, but it's still relatively flat overall, especially as you look at February 2020, where I have my first dotted marker, up to the present day, April 2022, where I have my second dotted marker. You can see that the growth is extremely parabolic and nearly vertical on this chart. So with that new stimulus and that new injection of money into the market, you can see how our goods will be able to purchase less overall if the supply, in theory, remains the same. I'll leave you with this quote from Robert Kiyosaki, who says, "Throughout history, every government that's printed money, the money has eventually gone to its ultimate value, which is zero. Remember, the Confederate dollar went to zero, the Continental went to zero. That's what happens when you have a bank that's allowed to print as much money as it wants to. So again, I hope this video helped you guys to understand how printing money can affect the cost of goods overall and really raise the cost of goods overall if all other factors remain the same. Again, if you like this video, go ahead and hit the thumbs up button, comment and let me know what your thoughts are, and go ahead and hit that subscribe button and the bell notification icon if you'd be interested in seeing more content like this. Thanks a lot, guys. Have a great day.